You're recording.
Right, here we are. Welcome along, everybody, to our interview with our member from the Holistic Health Circle. So we're here with Sarah Bailey, who's one of our very active members, and she's going to share with us a little bit about her experience, a little bit about herself, her experience with the Holistic Health Circle and how it's impacted her life and what's going on. So thank you so much for your time, Sarah. It's really appreciated in this busy, busy world. I'm sure we already spend enough time on these Zoom calls. So would you mind introducing yourself? Tell us a little bit about us, your family, what you do, and just a little bit about you, please.
Okay, so I'm Sarah. I'm married to Tom, and we have a son called Thomas, who's 21, coming up to 22. I was in a really stressful job in a school a few years ago, and I decided at that point in my life that I was going to leave because I was getting too stressed by it, and there was too many health and safety. I just think a school should be about learning and the kids being happy, and there was just too much paperwork being done, and it was stressful, and child protection and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so fortunately I've got a husband who at the time needed me to start working for him, and so I jumped on that bandwagon just to get off the stress, treadmill.
Yeah, and you're still married, so it must have gone well.
Yeah, we've done two lockdown wedding anniversaries, and we celebrated our 26th last month, so we can't be doing too bad. Yeah, sometimes he pushes the button.
Harmonious relationship. A normal relationship.
We work in the office separately, so I go in when he's not there, and he goes in when I'm not there. So, and then in between that, I work for a charity called Dens, which is a homeless shelter, and I also work for another charity which is called Chatty Cafe, where I give a call to a couple of not people in need as such, but people who have struggled, and not just because of COVID, but people who are struggling to maintain not normal life, but they just need additional support on the phone. They need somebody to talk to. Maybe they can't afford a counsellor or something like that. So I'll give them a chat once a week, and we'll have a good old gas on the phone. Yeah.
Very probably very in demand and in need. So thank you for that little insight. It sounds like you've got a few frying pans to juggle.
I've got builders going on, so if you hear the banging, they're not building, they're actually laying a patio, so there's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's busy. So how long have you been inside our wellness membership now, the Holistic Health Circle?
I think this is my third month.
Yeah. You're in just after Christmas?
Just after the New Year, yeah. In the new year, I started I knew a lot of stuff before I joined, but I saw Hannah, and that's not to take you out of the equation, but I saw Hannah first on Fight the Fatigue, and I just gelled with her. I just liked what she talks common sense, and I love that, and she laughs, and doesn't take herself too seriously, and I just there's quite a few people on the internet that are probably doing similar things, but I think you've really got to gel with somebody. You've got to like listening to their voice. You've got to, like what they say. And there are some people out there that may be a bit hesitant, not very confident in their approach to the camera and stuff. So that's how I got involved. I had been let down by a nutritionist a few years ago, and I spoke with Hannah about all of this, and basically I joined because I like the support, I like the chatting, I love the ideas. There's a bit of banter between all the girls on the site, and we all kind of post pictures, and this is what I've been doing today, and
encouragement, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just it's sometimes you don't want to go out to a club and meet somebody, but you're at home, you're sticking your bone broth, mixture in the, you want to share it with people
Sarah is living it.
that are like-minded and actually either want to do it or, have done it before, and maybe they've got a tip that's a little bit better than yours, or,
yes.
something that's not encouragement, but just like-minded people that want the same thing
in your tribe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So when Sarah approached Hannah about her nutrition, we were chatting before, Sarah already is living a quite healthy life. You're already quite aware of your health, and you do quite a lot already, don't you? I mean, you can see from her a shining virality, or vitality, I think is the word. And so Sarah, we've got our 5 holistic tools in the circle. We've got breath work, yoga, and nutrition. Obviously that was something that you were aware of and were coming to Hannah for. We've got moon circles and ceremonies, and we've got higher awareness. So had you heard of all those things? Were you aware of them when you were practicing them already?
Yoga, because I worked at a school, we had a well-being kind of team, and yoga was given to us once a week and I loved it. And I was always, as soon as I walked into the room, I started yawning. And I literally was the last person off the mat because I always fell asleep. So I really needed it, but I kind of know how to chill. I kind of get into that kind of vibe straight away. So I obviously met Hannah through the Fight Fatigue, but you were like an added bonus because you were like, you gave me what I wanted, but didn't really have time to do because we travel a lot as well. I can do this when I travel. I don't need to, commit to going to a class.
Yeah, so it takes away the hassle and the inconvenience.
I travelled a bit before COVID, obviously, not now. We just stopped. But so you gave me that kind of, oh, I can get back into this. And as you know, I often fall asleep at the end of a session unless I'm flipping over to see Anna on the other chat.
I love it when people do that. I feel like it's it's what your body needs, and having the state to fall asleep is brilliant. I think that's part of that healing, isn't it? So fall asleep all you want.
But the breathing for me is really good as well because I shallow breathe. So for me, the breathing is just like, and the little schedule we have in the mornings now, it is kind of like, okay, before I open my eyes, I'm awake, but I'm really got my eyes closed still. I'm going to do this breathing. I find the breathing laying down much easier than sitting up doing it.
It's way more accessible, isn't it? And you're way more likely to do it, I think, when you're just lying there and you're comfortable. And so I was going to ask you, how do you use the membership? What sessions do you go to? What were you planning to come to, and what have you maybe unexpectedly done as well? And how did your sort of routine look with?
Well, to be honest, I didn't think I was going to join the moon ceremonies. I thought that was a little bit out of my kind of, I don't even know what to call it, but I thought, and then I did come to one and I loved it. I just thought it was just, and I'm quite happy to take things that aren't in my kind of circle of knowledge and go with it and experiment with it. And even if you don't partake in it all the way through, you still get something from it. The meditation, I really love the meditation in those sessions, because even when you try and do it yourself, you can't really think of the positive words you're supposed to say to make you in that relaxed state. So no, that the moon one has shocked me the most because it was the far out one for me, and I just
and you show up and you're very much part of the group because we invite members to talk and share their experiences with a moon ceremony, and it's never an expected thing, and lots of people like to just come with a camera off, and that is fine too. But we've had some really wonderful interactions. In fact, sometimes we stay on after we've stopped recording and we carry on chatting, and it's great for Hannah and I because we love it as well, and we get so much out of it. And we hear that a lot with the moon ceremonies. People have not heard of that before, never aware of the moon cycles, but actually it's just a nice kind of reminder for us to do that emotional processing on the full moon, and then just come back to our intentions and our purpose on the new moon. So it's been really good to have you. I'm glad you come to those because because it can push people outside their comfort zone a little bit.
It's good. People need to be pushed sometimes, don't they? They need that little kind of shove in the right direction.
Yeah, and it's all a very gentle shove always. If people want a kick up the bum, we've got a really supportive Facebook group, and sometimes people come on, don't they, and they go like, I want to hold myself accountable, and I'm going to post this so that you can, the other members can support them or kind of give them words of encouragement, or just sharing our pictures and our life experiences. I find it really uplifting, and I hope that you feel the same. And we've seen lots of insights into your life, and it's encouraging for all of us. So yeah, thank you for being there. And of course, the Facebook group is as an optional extra. All of the stuff that is accessible is just available in our membership site, and you don't have to be part of social media, but it is a positive space. I'd say it's a real space. Sometimes if we're not feeling our best, we can show up there that way as well. So yes, so thank you for that. So tell us, what are your wins or any transformations or anything that you might have tried that you wouldn't have thought of
Oh
before?
my God. So I tried the having a hot shower and then blasting yourself with cold water. I never thought I'd do that. Have you seen this hair?
Yeah.
It takes a long time in the shower, and to finish off with the cold bit was like, oh, I'm not going to do that. But I did it, and I absolutely love it, and I get it. Then I was listening to somebody the other night, and they said the vagus nerve is connected for this cold water kind of blast, and I was like, oh, it's all making sense now.
Yeah, once it comes into your awareness, then you start hearing it over and over, don't you?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
but
good, it
that seems to
hones
be
the
the thing.
vagus.
You kind of do things that you probably wouldn't have done. I think a friend suggested the cold shower thing a few years ago, and I was like, not on your life.
You're crazy.
Hannah's got this way of saying it where you kind of think, oh yeah, okay, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, encouraging. So, oh, brilliant. So you've been trying the cryotherapy, and what about the family? Are they getting involved with
No, they're boys. They're
Oh,
just,
you're the brave one.
you can only do a little bit. So I posted a picture of my pasta sauce made with bone broth, because I'm making the bone broth and they're going, it looks disgusting, it looks disgusting. And I sneak it into their pasta sauce and they're like, oh, this is nice. And I think, haha. It's just when when you've got kids, you kind of like sneak all the vegetables into the bolognese, you kind of mush it all down so that they don't know that they're eating veg. It doesn't change, you're still doing it when they're 22.
Oh, good to know. So yeah, you've got to be a little bit conniving and manipulative as
I mean, they can't, hold you up for it. You're doing it for their better health and the goodness of them, but they'd just rather go and get, McDonald's or whatever.
That's a good tip. So thank you for sharing. And yeah, I just wanted to ask if you had any reservations or hesitations before you joined the Holistic Health Circle. Were you thinking about it for a while, or you seem like one of those people that kind of just goes for something when you're thinking about
I
it?
generally go for it. And as I said, because I'd seen a few other people on Facebook and I didn't really I hesitated with them, but there was something about Hannah that kind of made me believe that what she was saying, she was on my wavelength. And I think that's important, that you get somebody that you like the sound of and they're saying sensible things. And because I'd done so much research on nutrition, not like Hannah obviously, but because I'd done so much research and I'd had tests on my blood things to know what foods didn't agree with me, when she started talking, I knew she knew what she was talking about. So that gave me confidence, really. But no, I think, as you say, if you're gonna spend money going off to a gym class that you never ever attend, then why not do something that you're going to do because you're in the comfort of your own home. You can tap into it when you want. You can watch the replays because they're on replay. I mean, I was always right, I'm going to join every Sunday night, that's when I need to chill. And I think, I don't know, Dancing on Ice was on or something, and it kind of competed with that time schedule, and it was just like, oh well, don't panic about it because I can catch up on it tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So and that's what I like, because our life is a little bit right, we're off this week, so I'm not, and then I'll catch up with it later on. So it suits me, and I'm not as busy as some of the other ladies on here. but I feel like, you know, I come and go and I do my own thing, and I feel like I can tap into it when I'm ready to tap into it, rather than, you know, right, you got to come to yoga and then you miss it, and then you end up paying for a membership you don't need. So that the replays are brilliant.
Oh, I'm pleased to hear that. Brilliant. And with regards to, Sarah was talking about the nutrition side of things. So we've got Hannah, who's the naturopathic nutritionist, as well as yoga teacher, amongst many other attributes. And Hannah does a live Q&A session each week, Ask Hannah. So we say nutrition questions, but it can be really broad, health questions in general. And we've got menu plans that come out every month as well. So I think that's what you were saying, that you use some of the recipes on there, and people post the pictures, don't they? And you think, when you see it, somebody you know posting something, I feel more likely to try it and be like, oh, they've made that and that looks really yummy, or they might have adapted the recipe. So
and it's good for the adaptations as well, because some people don't like certain things. Like I spoke to Anna, I'm allergic to peppers, and apples make me sick. So Hannah was saying, well, just change that for an aubergine or a courgette, or, you know, and sometimes it's not that you don't know it, it's just sometimes you're a bit lazy and you think, I just want somebody else to give the answer.
I'm way too lazy to think about it. So it's nice to have that prompt there as well, isn't it? So, well, thank you for being a member. Thank you for sharing this time with me and with everybody else. And we hope to continue to see you for the live sessions, and whenever, you know, like you said, when it works for you, on catch up as well. So
brilliant.
Thank you, Sarah Bailey. It's been wonderful spending some time with you.
Thank you.